Growing up, I had a real interest in math. Math was always my favorite subject in elementary school, middle school, and high school. But my junior year of high school, I took chemistry, and I really liked chemistry, and I knew I wanted to try and combine chemistry and mathematics as much as I could, and I stumbled upon chemical engineering when applying to the University of Kentucky. So I would say the thought was always kind of there, but as soon as I saw the major when applying, I just really felt like it was a good fit for me. Well, growing up, around here, UK is just kind of like, has an aura around it. Everyone loves it and you kind of worship it, especially basketball. And it just kind of felt right when I took my tour there, and I just fell in love with it, and I knew that that's the school I wanted to go to. And of course the financial support I received, it was just kind of the obvious choice to make. I had never heard of the Pigment Scholarship, no. But when it came to applying for it, on the College of Engineering website, there's a tab that says scholarships. And I just went and clicked on it, and there was a general application for the Pigment Scholarship and another scholarship that I can't remember the name of. And you apply to those, and they're both need-based. And when you apply, your name goes through both of them. And since I was from Eastern Kentucky, I believe Mr. Pigment saw that and took an interest in me, and that's why I received the Pigment Scholarship instead of the other scholarship. But it's very simple to apply to it. If you just go to the scholarship page on the College of Engineering, it's a general application. You fill out your info and just apply to it. And it will put your name through every engineering scholarship that's available. Yeah, Mr. Pigment is one of the greatest people I've ever met. He knows the name of every single one of his students, and there are probably over 70 of us now. And he calls me all the time, making sure I'm doing fine, if I've got any jobs lined up. He'll even give me recommendations for places to apply. He really cares about his students and wants us to succeed, and he proves it, and he takes all the extra steps to help us succeed. The size of UK is a lot bigger than it actually feels. Personally, the people, the amount of people that were there never really affected me. I went to Perry Central. We were considered a big school for around here, and it was less than 1,000 people. But I never even really considered it to be a big school to begin with. The biggest thing that for me with UK was finding a way to make it smaller. Because it can feel pretty big, but when you find a group of people or a certain organization that helps you kind of make it smaller, you really don't feel any different. Because there are classes where you have a lot of people in them, and I know that discomforts a lot of people, but now I don't have more than 60 people in a class. And I've known all of them for 3 years because they're all chemical engineering majors. We've all taken the same classes together. It was my way of making the campus smaller. I made friends with the people I knew I was going to be seeing for years and years, and it's really just coasted by, and the size hasn't affected me at all. Yeah, Woodland Glen 3 is an awesome dorm right on campus at the University of Kentucky. I lived there for 2 years, my freshman and sophomore year, and it's the engineering LLP for the university. It's 3 minutes away from the library, which is very convenient for all the people living there, because you're going to be spending a lot of time there. It's right next to the Johnson Center, which is a fitness center. It's about a 5-minute walk to one of the dining halls at 90. It's really a convenient place to live, and being surrounded by engineering majors is probably the most important aspect of it. Developing friends at UK is probably the easiest thing anyone could ever do, especially if you live in a dorm. I lived in a dorm with 800 other people. There were probably 200 people on my floor alone. People don't care to just talk. You could go and knock on your neighbor's door, introduce yourself, or people will do the same to you. It's happened to me and I've done it to people. And also in your classes, people who don't live in your dorm. It's really easy to make friends. You can do it at the dining hall, do it at the gym, do it playing basketball, do it anywhere. It's a huge melting pot, and people are trying to discover themselves just as you are, and they want to make friends too. So it's really a simple process if you give yourself a little push.